The film you are about to see is about school bus safety. If it saves just one life, can you remember...
Why the intro's already starting off kind of creepy, man? Like, alright, okay.
Before this ride is over, one of the students on this bus will be killed
Oh my gosh.
in one of the death zones.
Why they gotta say it like that? I might even have to bleep this out for YouTube purposes. This foreshadowing is actually... This foreshadowing is already starting to trigger some sort of anxiety, man. Because like, you know, this commentator is foreshadowing something, man. Like, I'm gonna be checking out a Patreon suggestion. This is Death Zones, a 70s educational bus safety video, part 1. So it seems here like I think a lot of you guys, maybe when you were young, had to watch these kind of bus safety videos, and apparently they were really creepy. I mean, this one, it says in part 1 of this absurdly grim bus safety video, poor Mihi Kwan pays the ultimate price for dropping her homemade Valentine. No, okay. So you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna regret checking this one out, but we'll see, guys. Look, of course, I'm doing some movie reactions, some album reviews, and some sitcom reviews of some classics of the 1970s and 80s, especially in that realm. Some movies I checked out are, you know, ones like The Breakfast Club and Dazed and Confused, and some albums from Prince to Led Zeppelin, and the sitcom we're on right now, season 1, episode 9 of Married Children. So if any of you guys are interested in that stuff, then consider checking the Patreon link in the description, where you guys can get all of that and more. And it'll be great to support the channel if you guys love the content. But guys, look, with that being said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this type of content, and don't forget to like these videos, because that goes a long way. So I know you guys want to see more, especially want to see more of these kind of throwbacks to these educational videos. But yeah, guys, look, with that being said, let's get straight into this video. Let's go. Let's put my glasses on.
The film you are about to see is about school bus safety. If it saves just one life, it will have been worth the time the students... Can you remember...
Why the intro's already starting off kind of creepy, man? Like, alright, okay.
It will have been worth the time the students... Can you remember the first time you drew a picture for someone special?
Okay.
Remember the way you felt? The joy, the pride, the feeling of accomplishment. Can you remember how eager you were to get home and show your masterpiece to an older member of your family?
That's really
I'm
nice.
wondering where this is going.
Your mother's going to like that.
Well, that's the way Mihi Kwan felt. She just couldn't wait for school to end.
Okay.
Mihi Kwan was bursting inside to get home and show her mother the Valentine she made for her.
I can imagine. Yo, I just know this is gonna have some twisted turn to it, isn't it?
Like thousands of other children in her county, Mihi Kwan and her sister give very little thought to the ride to and from school.
Right.
After all, that's Frank Green's job.
Watch your step, children.
Right.
Frank Green's been driving the school bus safely for more than 15 years. And it'll be the same today. Until one of these students forgets to be cautious and enters one of the danger areas around the bus where drivers have difficulty seeing students.
The danger area. Okay, so that's what it's about. That's what danger area
Watch
is.
your step.
So a danger area is like a blind spot that the driver can't see, from what it sounds like. I could be wrong.
Be careful. Now, watch your step.
But even though Frank Green has a perfect safety record to date and regularly attends all driver training workshops, the ride home today will not be a safe one.
Yo, this foreshadowing is
riders
actually...
on this bus.
This foreshadowing is already starting to trigger some sort of anxiety, man. Because like, you know, this commentator is foreshadowing something, man. Like,
Today will not be a safe one for at least one of the riders on this bus.
oh my god, like,
You see, before this ride is over, one of the students on this bus will be killed
oh my gosh.
in one of the death zones.
Why they gotta say it like that? I might even have to bleep this out for YouTube purposes. But the fact that they were showing this to you guys when you were kids as well, this actually reminds me of, we had something similar. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be similar to what I'm thinking of. I'll see. I'll tell you guys later. Okay. Alright, some nice music. I don't see how anything wrong can happen with that music playing in the background. We never had school buses in the UK, so even just seeing this is a different experience. Shout out to Gene Starbecker, man. Written and directed.
Yes, Frank Green considered a careful driver, with a safety record second to none in his county. Not a scratch or a crunch in all the record. And snuff out the life of one of the children on this bus.
Bruh, this commentator. Like, make it less obvious. Like, build up to it a little bit more. Add some anticipation. Like, you're just telling me, like, someone's gonna be unalived, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. I'm on edge. At my big age.
And it will happen even though Frank Green's bus has the latest safety devices. Wide-angle side mirrors. And seat belts for the driver. And it will happen not while the bus is traveling, but when the bus is stopped.
Oh my gosh.
And one of the children enters one of the death zones.
Yo, come on.
What are the death zones? This box around the bus, when it stops to load and unload passengers, shows you where the death zones are located.
Okay.
The death zones are areas around the outside of the bus in which drivers have difficulty seeing students.
Okay.
If you find you must cross in front of the bus, wait for the driver to tell you to go across, unless otherwise instructed in your school district. Make sure you cross outside this area, about 10 giant steps. Make sure you can see the driver's face before you cross. Always check for traffic, especially any blocked by the bus.
Okay. So don't go into that danger zone, right?
Never cross behind the bus, the way this fellow's doing. The driver and approaching traffic cannot see you when you are hidden by the bus. And if you must walk close to the sides of the bus, stay far enough away so you won't slip under the wheels if you fall.
Bruh.
If you can touch the sides of the bus, you're too close.
Okay. Okay.
Frank has been trained to be aware of what can happen in the death zones. Not only at a bus stop, but at school or any area students get on or off the bus. The students know too, having been taught about the dangers that can occur in the death zones.
Okay, okay. So what can go
Even
wrong?
though they may be aware of what can happen, they sometimes forget or get careless when they have something else on their minds. And that is what will happen, even though Frank uses the 8-light system, with flashing yellow lights warning traffic he is about to stop.
Oh no.
Even though he uses this stop arm and has a member of the school patrol helping little children off the bus. Those crossing in front of the bus look to Frank for assistance as they take their proper position, 10 or more steps in front. They know if they can see his face, Frank can see them. Checking traffic, he lets them cross. And if they drop something, they've been trained not to pick it up. Continuing across, they wait for the patrol to get it. Or if there is no patrol, they have been taught to wait until the bus passes and have someone older pick it up for them.
Okay. So what can go wrong?
Before driving away, Frank makes sure that the girl walking down the side of the bus is far enough away from the wheels.
Okay. Guys, why am I actually on edge right now? So far, so good. Everything seems good. Nothing can possibly go wrong. What? Nothing can possibly go wrong. Mimi is gonna be just fine.
And so it goes, stop after stop for most of the trip. Until Mihi Kwan, anxious to show her Valentine to her mother, forgets to be cautious.
Oh no.
A poke and fun triggers a fight.
Stop it, I said.
The safety patrol, as usual, takes her place. Frank checks for traffic, looks in the mirror. and keeps track of each of the children as they go across.
Here, I said stop it.
Wait, I'm so on edge.
Trying to stop the horseplay, Frank Green will not notice that the Valentine has fallen on the ground. He turns only to see the mother greet the girls and signals the safety patrol to return to the bus. Finding the Valentine missing, Mihi runs back.
What's wrong with
Frank,
her?
yelling at the boys, doesn't see her and starts up. Remember, life is a wonderful thing, a great adventure for those who are alive. Never do what Mihi Kwan did. If you drop something in front of a school bus,
I'm not gonna be able to show it on
never
YouTube.
run back to pick it up. Be cautious if you must enter one of the death zones.
Like this part I might not be able to show on YouTube.
Although an investigation will determine the factors which caused this accident, the findings will mean little to this girl's mother,
Oh no.
since Mihi will never be able to make another Valentine again. Be careful, doubly careful, getting on or off the bus. Stay away from the death zone.
Yo, those videos, like this video in itself, from start to from the very beginning, how they set the tone, it just lets you know something bad is gonna happen, and it just keeps you on edge the entire way through. I don't know how you guys, like, I don't know what ages you would have been when you would have watched it, but you probably would have been young. And for some of you guys watching this, and to see this is kind of like what they were showing you, like I'm sure this probably would have terrified a lot of you guys. It reminds me because I remember having something similar when I was a lot younger. It was like these road safety adverts, and it's basically the whole gist of it was making sure that you wear a seatbelt. Because if you don't wear a seatbelt, it's ironically enough because, you know, back in the day you guys didn't have seatbelts like that, but now we have these seatbelt induced or encouraging adverts, where if you don't wear a seatbelt, it will just show you literally the most horrific aftermath of what's gonna happen to like these like characters if they didn't wear a seatbelt, and it just shows you the comparison of what would have happened if they did, and you just see the mad difference. And the worst part about those adverts is that they would show you just how gruesome some of the pictures would look, and it will literally just traumatize you from such a young age, so that like I guess it would fearmonger you into never not, you know, wearing your seatbelt. And it would always be like the scenario that you don't expect, the one where you're just going around the corner, you're driving 2 minutes away, and that's how you end up in the maddest crash of your life. But yeah, man, I can imagine. So I can kind of relate to these as well, because I feel like they still do these things to this day. I don't know if they do it now with like Gen Alpha or the really younger ones, but like, because then it's like showing kids these kinds of pictures. I don't know if they'd want to do that. I don't know. But I remember when I was young, we had something similar. So yeah, man, look, let me know if this one brings back any memories to, from you guys. Let me know if you want me to check out any more of these kinds of videos, or there's any other videos in this realm that you want me to check out. Of course, comment down a yellow heart for the yellow bus if you made it to this point. And I'm probably going to have to blur some of that stuff out. But if you guys didn't get the gist of what was going on, I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. I'll leave the link to the original video in the description below if you want to know what happened, but I might not be able to play it in the video. But guys, look, with that being said, like the video before heading out. And of course, if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, check out the playlist I'll be linking at the end of the video. And of course, guys, I've been your boy JayFlex. This has been me checking out Death Zone's 70s educational bus safety video part 1. For those guys who made it to this point, you guys have been absolutely wonderful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.